Hey guys, how's it going? It's me Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, I'm Yoko. I am Japanese. I was born and raised here in Japan and I've lived all my life here in my mother country. And I'm also a huge Trump supporter. And with that being said, let's talk about the impeachment of President Trump. Earlier today, my husband told me about the news about this impeachment thing passing the House of Representatives, and my first impression of that was like, what? Are they still doing the impeachment thing still? Actually, this structure is the same here in Japan as well, that our opposition parties, meaning leftist parties here in Japan, they don't know how to accuse the current administration. They can't find any flaws, to attack the governing parties on or with. I don't know the grammar. Our leftist politicians here in Japan are trying to stretch the what's not even there, and they're creating conspiracy theories, and that's how they are attacking our current administration here in Japan. And from what I can see, it's the same thing is happening in the US. Is it just me, or this whole impeachment thing is all about hating Donald Trump as a person? And I'm like, that doesn't matter, When I look at politicians, I don't care about them like preferences. I don't judge them by their personality or my preferences and so on, because it doesn't matter. Like, the only way that it matters is to check the background of like political actions or policy makings and so on. And other than that, it doesn't matter like if you like or not. Our government though announced today that our alliance is firmly strong, and that's all you should know. And in Japan, there is this news station called NHK, and it's pretty much like CNN. It's like a public network, but it's not like a national network. And NHK is the byproduct of this post-war regime here in Japan, like after the World War II. After World War II, the society has been very much left. Like, the society is left-leaning. So NHK is very biased to the left side. And even though they are basing their facts, it somehow end up as becoming like fake news or biased news. So conservative people don't like NHK. But anyway, even NHK, they are reporting the fact about the US situation right now, that even though the impeachment passed today, the possibility of impeachment is low, because a House of Representatives, you only need like a simple majority, but the next step is to get the 2/3 of senators, and over half of the senators are Republicans, right? And about 90% of Republicans in the US right now are supporting President Trump, and that's how the possibility is quite low. Am I right? So with that in mind, how I see is that this is just a propaganda. Leftists are trying to create this bad impression of President Trump by this witch hunt. And what's funny about it is that it's not working for Democrats or leftists in the US. It's actually working vice versa, right? Like, I saw the Gallup poll, and it said that the opposition to impeachment has increased to 51%. Another poll, USA Today, showed that 56% now opposed to the impeachment. And I was like, oh, polls are interesting. So I went and digged more. And the poll that I found interesting is presidential job approval ratings, of course, of President Trump. And what's interesting is this. I'm gonna try and make it easy for you to understand. Of course, you already know probably, but let me say, I'm a Japanese in Japan, and I understand this much, and I have like this validation desire. So let's check with the Japanese woman. On September 24th, Nancy Pelosi announced the inquiry for the impeachment, and so that's September. Since then, in October, approval ratings of President Trump 39%, November 43%, December 45%. It's like, what? It's like, what are you doing, leftists? Just to be fair though, I am friends with leftists too in the world. Like, over here in Asia, we are fighting against China like darkly. So like our friends are from Tibet, Uyghurs, Mongolia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Vietnam, and Cambodia, and we're all fighting together. And they're actually, our friends happen to be like a liberal and so on, because in Asia our standards are different, and so I have a feeling like they're not even conservatives, I think, but we're great friends, you know, and we work together, we fight together. And it's not like I want to look down on leftists, but the leftists in the US I know that they are even fighting against China, but I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway, the ratings right now is 45%, as I said. About 90%, like 89% of that is Republicans, and 8% are Democrats, right? Like, of course, like both doing their own job, right? What's to pay attention to is the political independence. It was, the approval ratings were 34% before, and this time it's 42%. Like, again, so that's a good sign. And 45%, you may think that it's kind of low or whatever, but it's actually one of the highest during this Trump administration, right? I saw on Gallup the comparison of the past presidents in the third year of their term, and Obama's December 2011, it was 43%. So Trump is winning even on that. Yeah. And this is not even the end of what I saw today. What I saw today was this random tweet by somebody that works for the Washington Post, and it said, "Merry Impeachmas from the Washington Post team." Rachael, Bade? Yeah. Obviously, they are celebrating. It's interesting that they're not like media, you know. They're so opinionated and biased, and they obviously have an intention right there. Like, you can see it right there, right, in the tweet. And I just got confirmed today, like looking at the tweet from all the way from Japan, like, oh, Washington Post is not a media, it's a propaganda station. And it's not a surprise that one of the writers for the Washington Post once wrote that I, Random Yoko, am a right wing. It was like insulting me as a right wing or whatsoever. I'm like, you know, it's not that I'm on the like extreme right, but you are on the extreme left, you know. So like everybody looks like on the right side, which is actually not a bad thing, but you know what I mean. Anyway, this Washington Post person declared then deleted the tweet, but I thought that it was funny, so I had a screenshot, and I'm pretty sure that other people got it too, because people are so like feisty, and everybody's like screenshot, like, oh, for historical records. They're like Americans, so funny. Oh man, the administration both in Japan and the US, we survive because leftists are so low and so like they don't know how to handle us. Even the political independents are working in favor for President Trump, so that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a temporary thing, but I hope that everything will work out for President Trump, because I don't really talk about it anymore, you know, like Trump senpai fever. I still have it, I just don't show it because it's such a common sense for me that like Japanese conservatives today, like I don't have to try and tell them that how great President Trump or Trump administration is. People just know. You know, so that's why I'm not really making videos about him anymore. But next year though, I think that I will settle my mind to the election mode and cheer for you and for President Trump. Anyway, my husband is home, so I'm gonna go now. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and also support me on Patreon if you can. Okay, bye.